Yeah, I mean, I used to watch a lot more anime when I was a kid, but recently I've had like issues like watching things. I don't know, it's just like not as easily digestible for me to watch things anymore. I don't know why,
So you
but
said specifically watching
yeah.
things, not like anything in particular.
Yeah, like I I can't watch things that are like over like fucking 10 minutes. I'm just like, oh, this is a time sink. And I feel guilty
Uh,
about like fucking spending 20 minutes, but then I end up watching like 107-minute videos and it's like, fuck me.
yeah,
Yeah, so
I've been consuming like fuckloads of just video essays and shit that like run. I've watched it wasn't for Harry Potter. I think it was for either Lord of the Rings or fuck. I can't remember what thing it was for. But I've watched over 8 hours of video essay about this like one movie franchise that at most could have only been 6 or 7 hours. I've listened to more thoughtful critique about it than I have the media that it's around. Which I mean, like, I guess it makes sense. Like, you know, when you write an essay on a book, it takes oftentimes more time than it takes to like read the book. Wow.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean that makes a lot of sense. I tend to do things like that too. I like reading or listening or watching like analyses from like a bunch of different people on things that I've seen or whatever. It's yeah, I don't know. Sometimes it's like even more interesting than watching the fucking
Yeah,
movie. Sometimes I've never even watched the movie and I'll just
yeah,
watch the analyses.
absolutely. But it's like nice to like get validation from like these other people who are at when you're watching them, they absolutely feel like voices that are already larger than your own. Because like, you know, it
Yeah.
may already have like so many thousands of views, and like, you know, you just already feel like they have like a better thought out perspective on like the same thing that you guys agree on. Yeah. Do you know ContraPoints?
No, no, I'm not sure what that
Yeah,
is.
she's a trans woman. She does really like big deep dives into like cultural things that are going on. I think the most recent one she did was on J.K. Rowling, and like everything's like everybody's like a quick reaction to J.K. Rowling is like, oh, she's turf trash, that
Yeah.
she's a detriment to feminism. Everything she's done in like Harry Potter and like failed to do and like in her writing is just like immediate there. But she tries to give like a good like like a fully fleshed out thought process as to like why, if you have those feelings, you're not necessarily wrong, but like why you need to be a little bit more uh like fully encapsulating around the whole argument or like the situation before you just like immediately pass judgment and then like use that same position to, you know, pass judgment on other people immediately. There was another thing on like canceling and, you know, stuff like that. Really good deep dives, but she also like drinks the entire time and it's really approachable. She makes cat noises. Yeah, I'm just a cat. Nah.
ContraPoint. Let me note that down. That sounds pretty
She gets millions
interesting
of
because
views
it's like
regularly. She's a pretty big voice.
okay, yeah, because like I mean I have like seen the whole like J.K. Rowling stuff, but I mean I never really understood like the context that well. Like I just like didn't really understand like why like just like the big picture of like why people are like hating on her. It's like I kind of get like why people are hating on her, but like it's mostly from people screaming that she's turf trash. But then it's like I don't even know why she's turf trash or what she says.
If you want to watch, so if you want a whole picture right now of J.K. Rowling, I'd say the two best like full synopses on it. It's not a quick watch for all of it, but like it really encapsulates her career. The ContraPoints, it's a 2 hour video about J.K. Rowling, and then this other channel, Cosmonaut Picture Show, and
Cosmonaut
he
Picture.
and he reviews like all of the Harry Potter movies and like why her, like in hindsight, like you know how she's like been making like extended lore stuff, but like, oh,
Yeah.
Grindelwald and Dumbledore used to have like violent butt sex. Like
Yeah,
they
yeah, yeah,
they used to
yeah.
just shit anywhere. Uh, and then like she acts like this is all super well thought out, that she thought about everything before she'd written like the plot holes that are there. She acts like they don't exist. This dude does like a fantastic overview of like one, just reviewing the movies and why cinematography wise they're still solid movies, and like you are absolutely in your right to love them, but at the same time like why it's so problematic that the author is this fucking egotistical insane person.
Yeah, like
Cosmonaut Picture Show,
I still
great
am trying
channel,
to
I love this
like
guy.
grasp around whether it's like okay to like to like Harry Potter, like
Mm-hmm.
to enjoy Harry Potter movies and stuff like that anymore. It's like I never like grew up around like a lot of this, a lot of like the PC culture
Mm-hmm.
stuff. So I'm still like trying to like figure my way around that. It's like okay, so the author is a sexist, a racist, and all of that. It's like, can I still enjoy the
Mm-hmm.
novel or whatever? It's like I have no fucking clue. It's like I'm like whatever. It's like I'm like
I
yeah,
think you're
I just won't think
absolutely.
about it.
I think yeah, it's definitely like a pain in the ass with like the whole PC thing. But I think it's like important to just like to know how you feel about the piece, enjoy it or don't, one way or another. But then also understand the context in which it was like written or made. It's the same thing with
Mhm.
like any piece of art. Like you know, I can enjoy like a lot of like Michael Jackson's music, but at the same time not feel okay with like him possessing child pornography and whatever. But I would
Yeah,
also say that's still
yeah.
different from like R. Kelly's whole deal, where there were like when he was like recording shit, there were like women that he was currently abusing, like in like the sound booth also, and it was just like part of his
Yeah.
method. Like I can't get behind that.
Mm.
I mean, I don't
Yeah.
think J.K. Rowling was like actively like discriminating against trans people during like the fucking filming of the movies or like writing the book. She's got like a trans person chained up to a fucking radiator. I don't think that happened.
Yeah, I guess it's quite contextual in that way, and I guess it's not very
Yeah,
yeah.
I feel like definitely with like the whole cancel culture and the way that everybody has like they have their works and then they have their public persona or like their social life. It's becoming more and more important trying to sort out, especially for like the casual consumer, like kind of where you stand in separating the art from the artist.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I haven't really given it too much thought before, but yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. Like separating the art from the artist, and I guess how the art was made, like the whole process
Hmm.
of it, and like in the context and all of that. Yeah, yeah, I guess I'll think about that a little bit more.
You're
Um,
welcome.
yeah, I think, yeah, dude, I'm so much more woke now. This is good shit.
Yeah, no, dude, I'm a fucking alarm.
Yep.
Literally, cause like you got up for like 8:30 to do this podcast.